Thus you made it this far. There's a chance I can give you a schooling on something that's a little bit higher. Okay, because I want to show you a clock. Okay, but this is the clock of the universe I want to show you. Now you have to know how to use it, and I haven't studied it yet, so I don't know the whole thing. So I'll just try and explain it to you. You see this? Man in his world, if you do it properly, this whole thing, it looks like something from Man in his world. But I just want to show you. The Magen David has two triangles, each triangle on top of each other. Thus there are 6 points. But the point of the matter is every point you have is a point in place you can take a new directive. So for every point you have, you can go in a new direction. So when you get back, you come back to the point. So when you come back to the point, your direction or directive is understood by everybody. So in all actuality, so for all the points you have, whatever is in between the points is actually the cracks. And there are 6 of those. 6 and 6 is 12, and that's what goes around in its clock. Now, if you want to look at the hourglasses, every hourglass shows for 10. So if you just take any 2 directions at all, because if you take 4 directions, you're all mixed up. You take 2 directions, you decide which way. So if you go one way, you see an X, which looks like an hourglass, which stands for 10. Or you go the other way, you see the X or the hourglass that stands for 10. But one is east and one is west. They still both stand for 10. 10 and 10 is 20. Now we have all the directions of the clock. You can see why all the points, and in between all the points of the matter is 12. Therefore, if you take the 2 directions to study which way to go, you have the 10 and the 10 is 20. And the 12 directions of choice, which makes the point of everything, is 12, making the anniversary of man's purity party, making it to be let me see. 12 directions. What is it? Is that 812 or 2012? But you see, 2012, okay, do you understand how it works? You see the east-west? Just keep looking around it. It just keeps repeating. No matter which way you go on this clock, each side looks like a 10. So you know no matter which way you go, you got to add up the 2 sides, you got 20. Now if you add up all the points on the road, you have 12 points. So now you have 2012, and that's a time that everybody's scared of. But they don't know why, because nobody knows the secret. What's the secret? I want to ask you a question. Do you know anything about the secret? And man says, no. Do you know who to ask? What you ask the person so he doesn't get mad? And what's the secret to you anyways? Is it your business? Is it your secret? You're not doing anything to help the situation. You're a liar. Your road is crooked. So why should the secret help you? And why should anybody want to help you? C'est un secret. We keep it away from those we do not trust. If we did trust them, we'd share it. Because everybody shares their best secret, which is a diary, a diagram, a diaphragm, a cow, the dairy cow, which is black and white, so you see all the truth. So if you're going to show everybody all the truth, they better be the truth. They better be pure. They're not your friends. And then you're not going to feel good. There's going to be guilt, which is the God part, the ungodly. We're not going to get into that. All we want is peace. Don't worry, God's not going to swat you. There's only one thing God wants. He wants you to listen to the story before the time of the closure of the connection, so you have a chance to go back to the party. And the only way back is by speaking the truth to your own damn self. And I'm not mad. And he's giving you an invitation. And here's how the invitation works. Second part of the invitation. You got to listen to the truth, the whole truth. You got to listen to my story, and you got to decide if it's the truth and the whole truth. You see, I keep telling you it's the truth and the whole truth. No. I got all the stories of man. Okay? I'm, I don't know, the X-Man or whatever. And I have a file. And who can you call me? Harpo Productions or something. Call me Harpo Productions. So you call up Harpo Productions, you say, you got any good shows? He says, yeah, I got 54 good shows for the 54 cards in the deck and the 54 stories of man. Can I see it? How much you want? But I'm not at a studio, And I don't have an enterprise, so I'm not enterprising, but I am going to surprising everybody. You don't have to enter to have the surprise. It's how you enter and who it is and where you enter. So now we have the entering of the surprise making the enterprise. Putting together business, because the business of man is so important to me, because it's my business. And your business is always very important to you. Everybody peeks over your shoulder. Remains your business. You can still push them back. It's your back. Keep your back clear. Keep your backbone. Stand up for yourself. I'm not bald. I'm baldine. I'm balder. I'm like the bald eagle. Because the bald eagle flies free. And that's why I prefer to have no hair than any hair at all. Because I like the freedom of the eagle. Because every time the bird goes out, no matter how far he goes, he always comes back to his nest. So it's like he has a cord in his mouth that's holding him on the distance. He can go anywhere and do anything. He's always wise. Comes back to his nest, his babies. Therefore, I can be the bald eagle. We all know that Harley Davidson has the bald eagle and calls it the free spirit. Wow, so if the spirit is free and you fly in the heavens and you are pure and you're with your angels and you're the free spirit, you must be an eagle. Anyways, I'm not on any drugs, so don't worry. And I don't drink, and I quit smoking, and I have no vices. Oh, excuse me. Yes, I do. I have a vice and a device. I love taking stuff, looking at it, and saying, what was the guy thinking when he did that? Or did somebody else tell him to do it for him? Who was thinking? The truth is there, but how the truth got there is another story. I want to hear that one true. Because it's fun to know where things come from, because that's how it's made. And that's why it's on channel 64. 6 times 4 is 24. You know? The 4 balls that walk you at the first base of man, the 6 and the 4, the man is 6 for all the times it took him on the 6th day to get to the 7th day of rest. Wow, I always go on forever because I connect everything. Because that's what I do. I'm the poet. You can call me Tacpans. You can call me Raphael. Doesn't matter what you call me. I'll answer, hey you. But will you listen to hey you anything at all? Because in the fields the cows are there. They grow, they raise, they eat the hay. But hey you, will you make any difference? I want to make a difference to you because I am the I-Man of the earth. What you see as the E hidden in you from the ego or the E-net from the network that man works with of his creation. I am the I. I am the freedom of all connections. I am the fingertips of the guide, the scout, who is my angel. Script 7286, 5:15 in the morning. I've had about 7 hours of sleep now in between all these transmissions. 2 more hours, because 9 hours of sleep is good enough since the 9 times that man had to try day 6. It's good enough for him, it's good enough for me, right? It's good enough for one, sometimes good for the other, but sometimes when they're sick they need a little bit more energy. So you let them sleep 10 and 11 hours, and that's okay, because they're not bothering anybody, they're quiet in bed. Alright? It's okay. Raphael, ciao.